These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Indianapolis Colts. To finish up this Sunday, we might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. And coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
The career is more at stake. Where you're from.
Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field when there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some punting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Pretty good coverage by the kick team. They should only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Looking to put a drive together. Richardson looking to throw this. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And Richardson back to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Next receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
1st and 10.
1st and 10, Taylor now. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Maverick, 60 Maverick. Tag. Press all 80. Go.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. A short one there, caught by Warren. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Seven Pirates.
Richardson looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pittman Jr.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives, and they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look and repeat that in Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Play action. Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Again, Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jackson now. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offense of throwing short and running long.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Got a fine line when he set up the screen. You didn't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's Richardson to throw. Open man, the tight end Warren. And he's brought down before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And the Colts, first down. First and 10 at the 22.
Running left, Taylor. Oh, he put him on the carpet, a fumble. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Shot 60, shot 60, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, go!
Now Richardson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Oh, look at this play call. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he gets it up past the 35. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. 70 Lions. Ready, right?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Kyle Van Noy showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor for the 43 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights. The lead is now 10-7.
Ravens 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
From the gun, a run for Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he will go out right near the
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Walker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw again is Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one incomplete. I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step. There he goes, left side. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown tonight. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable sprint to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 67 yards. And the Ravens are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready.
On the draw is Taylor. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Richardson on 4th down. And he is caught. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts.
Come on.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
6, not saying 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Richardson looking to throw this. This one complete to Doolin. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
7 Pirates, 2. 19 Lions. Cup 19.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Fighting his way through contact. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, seen up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Warriors 17.
Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Okay, ready?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
70, Cowboy 80.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Dragon 60. Go.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Now to the right and complete to Pittman. They're able to hold it at 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stopped him well short.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Take over 1st and 10. And they're on the 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers.
Jackson's pass.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra play.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop the throw. Jackson going to keep it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken around the 12. There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 35. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Marlon Humphrey with a tackle defensively. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Come on, come on. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Back to 50.
They run once more with Taylor. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Richardson looking to throw. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
He's into space past the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 45 yards. And the Ravens strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Gets around it.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Richardson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Richardson to throw it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
19 charge.
QB sneak, Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
First down.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Loss of a yard.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Again, it's Taylor.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now.
Viking 18.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And this is no good. He missed the field goal try, and they are out here in the wild card round.